everybody, I'm Miss Manman. Welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited to be launching a brand new video series. Now this idea has been bubbling around in my head for over 2.5 years and I've finally stopped procrastinating and I'm launching it today. In the 2.5 years it's taken me to get to this point, I still don't have a proper title for this series. But what I intend to do is take some of my favourite Studio Ghibli films and characters and change their outfits and their looks to be more inspired by the 1940s and 50s. If you by any chance don't know what Studio Ghibli is basically the Disney of Japan. They release some of the most beautiful films you will ever watch in your life. A lot of their films have a really strong female lead who is such a great role model for kids and adults alike. And the lessons I learnt from watching these films growing up has really shaped who I am today. A bit more than Disney has. I hate to say that, but Ghibli over Disney for me some days. To begin this project, I want to start with Kiki's Delivery Service, which came out in 1989. It follows a story of 13-year-old witch Kiki, who in her witchy tradition must leave home for 1 year and live alone. In this time she must work and hone in her craft. She takes her best friend and black cat Gigi to come along with her and she finds a beautiful place to live by the sea. In this year she learns a lot about her inner strength, where her magic comes from and her own skills. She constantly feels like an outsider because she knows that she is different to others, but in that she does find acceptance within herself and allows others to accept her. This movie is so sweet and so heartwarming. It's one of my favourite go-to movies. Sometimes I'll just put it on in the background when I'm cleaning the house. So that is who we are vintageifying, pin-upifying, reworking with today. Kiki. In the film, Kiki wears a black dress throughout 90% of the film. It is her iconic look and it is just a very simple shift dress. One of my favourite moments in the film is when she is walking home and she sees a beautiful pair of red shoes in a shop window. She falls in love with them even though she knows that they are way out of her budget. She doesn't end up getting the shoes throughout the whole film, so I wanted to find a dress design that was vintage inspired with a bow to represent the bow from the shoes. After much research and idea hopping, I ended up settling on the charm pattern night and day dress. Now, this pattern itself is a bit of a choose your own adventure style when it comes to sewing, so you can mix and match the different pattern elements to make whatever dress you feel like. I ended up choosing the round neckline but added the collar and the bow because I really wanted that bow to look like the shoes that she fell in love with. Of course, before we start sewing, there's one thing we need to do. Make a cup of tea. But don't worry, I made you a cup as well. Drink it before it gets cold. Here, have a sip. It's delicious. I travelled my way to the fabric store. I ended up going to Textile Homecraft and I bought 2 meters of just simple black cotton. The following day I realised 2 meters was not enough, so I went back and bought another 2 meters. I didn't need anything overly fancy for this dress. I just basically followed the instructions that were given in the booklet and I very slowly sewed this dress over 2 days. The dress has no lining, which, saved me a little bit of time, but I did have to sew in some facing just to keep the ends all pressed and beautiful. This was my first time sewing this pattern, so it took me a little while to get used to the choose your own adventure style pattern guide. I also realized that I cut out the wrong facing to begin with because the one I cut out didn't match the collar that I wanted, so I had to go back and cut everything out again. When it came time to sewing the skirt, I ended up just making a simple rectangle skirt and gathered it myself. I wanted the skirt to be quite full, so I did use a full 2 meters of fabric. I made the skirt a little bit longer than what I normally would. Keeping in Kiki's innocence and her sweetness, I wanted the skirt to be way past my knees. I completely forgot to sew in pockets, so whoops. Once my dress was complete, all I had to do was sew a simple head wrap.
Oh, no one's home and I can't zip up the back of my dress. That's why it's undone. Carry on.
I hope to release a new Ghibli movie every single month. That does feel like a lot of work, but it's something that I really want to try. In this series, I'm hoping to grow in my skills and working with new materials and trying new patterns. And of course, I welcome your feedback. Of course, if you are dying for me to do a certain movie, please let me know as well. Or if you have a character and how you would like them styled, I welcome all your ideas. The best way to send me your ideas, even if it is just a scribble on a sheet of paper, please do that through my Instagram. I am on there quite a bit, but some messages might take me a day or two to respond to. I am pretty happy with how everything turned out. So, are you ready for the big reveal? Here she is, my 1950s inspired Kiki's Delivery Service outfit. Once all the sewing was done, all I had to do was wear a simple pair of red shoes. Oddly enough, mine had a little bow, much like the pair that she loved in the film. I also found the perfect brooch to wear with my dress, but I can't remember where I purchased it from, as I purchased it over a year and a half ago. So if I do find the company, I will put them somewhere here and in the description box below. I think this interpretation is really cute. I like how I kept her cuteness and her sweetness in it. I think the length, maybe I could have brought it up a little bit more. But it's perfect for jumping onto a broom and delivering a parcel. And that is it for the first episode in this Vintageify Me kind of series. I will come up with a name. If you guys can think of something, please let me know, because I have been stuck on this idea for 2.5 years. As always, if you would like to find any more information about this project, there is a link to my blog in the description box below, as well as links to all of my social medias if you would like to follow my adventures there. I will be posting more photos of this Kiki look on my Instagram and my Facebook, so if you would like to see close-up details, go and find me there. On my Instagram, I will also be asking polls and your opinion on future projects like this. So if you would like to be a part of that discussion, once again, you can find me on my Instagram. That is everything I have time for you guys today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a beautiful week. Remember to be kind, be true, be you. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye! And now it begins the montage. Even Rocky had a montage.
I just freaked out.